Chris, what the hell? It's Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be gone, so we got. I want to leave the listeners with 2 weeks of
Why
no.
why are we here on Tuesday?
I'm sorry, pal. I
It's
mean,
Tuesday. I'm
I'm
so
doing
confused.
I'm doing
It's
listeners a favor
Tuesday.
here.
I mean,
Doing
like,
listeners.
is it wrestling supposed to be on tonight? Yeah, like TNA. No, I mean, I'm sorry, NXT wrestling's on tonight. This is usually the night I'm just going over the movies and figuring it all out. And you made it. You made it on Tuesday.
Well, I mean,
Why do
I'm
you
sorry,
do this to me?
but
I
I'm
got
about to,
5 kids to feed, man.
fuck about sneeze. Now it's not happening. Fuck.
Don't
Yeah.
sneeze. Don't sneeze.
I was gonna
Don't
I was
sneeze.
gonna mute the microphone like this. But
You need a Red Bull. Get a Red Bull.
no, man, I'm good. I'm really tired. I didn't
Red
sleep
Bull.
well.
Red Bull. Red Bull. Oh, dude, slam 2 Red Bulls right now. That would be so awesome. If you slam 2 Red Bulls right now, I'll give you $1.
Well, I don't have 2 Red Bulls. But, I mean, I could.
Everybody should have 2 Red Bulls in their fridge at all times.
Yeah, I would be drinking beer right now, but I have like lots of shit to do after this. Get ready. So
Yeah, you know what I got to do after this?
watch NXT wrestling.
No, go to a birthday party that is actually starting. Right now.
Oh, sorry. Well, dude, I'm sorry. You could have. I did. Man, whose birthday is it?
Oh my gosh, it is my friend Evans, and
Happy birthday!
a friend of mine
Evans.
named Ray, who runs the that runs Luchador Wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
is actually he just got out of he literally 3 hours ago got out of Creed. And so, and he always posts pictures because he's a very social guy, like we are.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, just commented about what's our link. So I sent him our link. But we're not into the review yet. We're just getting stuff ready. And to be honest, there's nothing better I can think before you going to Europe for a whole week than me knocking you out like Creed knocks out everybody.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we got two big movies that are out there in the viewing world right now for you to watch. And don't forget, you can join in the chat anytime to be part of the conversation. We'll be more than happy to hear all you guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the 2 movies that we're going to, like we already got people commenting, including our good friend Jason and Grifton. Which I know who it is, but I don't know if he wants everybody to know who he is. Anyway, we got 2 movies that are very popular this past couple weeks, and one of them being first, the Infinity Pool featuring Alexander Skarsgård.
Teenagers aren't that bad. In fact, once you're a teenager, you will only want to hang out with other teenagers. You think all grown-ups are bad.
Teenagers think they're bad?
Oh, yeah.
They do?
Absolutely. Especially when I use my burping superpower, they do.
Harry, come on.
Or when I speak with my special voice. Because then they know that here comes the monster. Oh, I'm starving. Give me a tender little teenager to devour.
Yeah, from Big.
I figured I'd had to find the clip that makes him sound the most unattractive I could possibly do, because I mean it is Alexander Skarsgård.
He's attractive even in that movie.
Look at that. I mean, like, I'm telling you right now, I am not ever going to deny Alexander Skarsgård if anything happens.
Go home with you, you're like, okay, all right.
Basically, the second in this movie, one of our recent favorites. I know Chris has known her forever because she's married to one of his favorite actors of all time.
Oh, hey, I don't. I mean, Shia, I have fallen out with him.
Yeah, okay, but she hasn't.
yeah.
And they have a beautiful kid together. Anyway, it's Maya Goth.
If I'm meant to live out the rest of my days with you and Daddy on this farm, then so be it. But I'm only young once. If I go to this audition and I don't get picked, then I'll come home and I'll never speak of it again, I swear. But I have to know that I tried, or I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life. Please, Mama, you have no idea what I'm capable of.
Oh, yes, I do. I've seen the things you've done in private. You believe no one is watching.
That's from one of my favorite movies of last year, Pearl.
Yes, that to me I got from Pearl. Yes, that is the guy from True Blood. That is Eric from True Blood. Jason, that's asking. Alexander Skarsgård, and also as one of the co-stars in this movie, Cleopatra Coleman.
I'm sorry, I was wearing a cat head at a rave.
Be honest with me. Are you on drugs? Please, I wish I was on drugs. I'm too paranoid to be on drugs. No, look, I'm sorry. I bumped into the most interesting person last night.
Please don't tell me you found another lost soul to save. Just rub them.
I did not find another lost soul to save.
It was that eccentric guy from the gallery.
I think this guy can really inspire a good book.
What? No book. Axie wants chastity. That is what they paid for.
I think I can make chastity about identity and how we're all trying to be something we're not.
I'm already writing.
What's a book to diddle to? What are you talking about? What? No, stop.
So the other person in that clip, the one that's is Elijah Schlesinger, a pretty funny comedian. So.
Yeah, very great. And the movie's Infinity Pool. We're going to talk about that one probably a little more in depth than we should, but we're going to have to talk about that one because, man, I've had some weird freaking dreams ever since I watched that movie. And also, the second movie of the evening is going to be the big sexy movie of the week. Is the one everybody's been talking about this past weekend because now it makes a guy be in 2 movies in the top 5 right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is Creed 3 featuring Michael B. Jordan.
So when Mickey died, he came and talked to you, right? Talked you out of quitting, took you to LA, trained you, brought you back.
How do you know all this?
How do you think?
Were you like a cousin?
He's my father.
No, yeah. I don't believe it.
Call Marianne.
Marianne, his wife.
The house number still works? That's right. You haven't talked to her since the funeral. She said you gave a nice speech, though.
That is him playing Adonis Creed from the first Creed movie, yeah.
In the first Creed movie, when he meets Rocky Balboa for the first time.
Yeah.
I figured that was the best clip to play. I mean, since we're talking about Creed 3.
Yeah.
Also, playing his partner in this movie, Tessa Thompson.
It was so strange hearing Shepard's voice in the mouth of that creature last night. I think as she was dying, part of her mind became part of the creature that was killing her. Imagine dying frightened and in pain and having that as the only part of you which survives. I wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah, there she is.
And Annihilation, which was a movie that we
one of our first episodes,
one of our first movies. I think one of our first 20 episodes. I think.
Yeah, it was way back then, 5 years ago.
Way back then. Also, the great legendary actress known basically for being Mrs. Cosby for like 10 years.
Camille Huxtable.
Yes, Felicia Rashid.
Oh, serve him! As in serve your man?
Well, yeah.
Let me tell you something, Elvis. You see, See, I am not serving Dr. Huxtable, okay?
Okay.
That's the kind of thing that goes on in a restaurant. Now, I'm going to bring him a cup of coffee, just like he brought me a cup of coffee this morning. And that, young man, is what marriage is made of. It is give and take 50-50. And if you don't get it together and drop these macho attitudes, you are never going to have anybody bringing you anything, anywhere, any place, anytime, ever. Now, what would you like in your coffee?
Maybe I could get you some coffee.
Oh, sir, hey.
Yeah, so yeah, that's from the Cosby Show.
Now, the last person I have not mentioned yet, the person that is in two movies in the top 5 is the one, the only. I mean, he's killing it ever since he's gotten on the scene. I mean, Lovecraft Country, like, I can't even think of everything he's been in right now. But the one, the only, King the Conqueror himself, Jonathan Majors.
You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?
What?
They all blur together after a while. You're not the one with the hammer.
It's Thor. We get confused a lot. Similar body types. Who are you?
Just a man who's lost a lot of time, like you. But we can help each other with that.
Yeah, that's from the movie
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, they're in the top 5. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me actually put my dog up quick.
What, dude? Not the time.
Well, I mean, I always deal with this in the podcast. Huh?
Yeah, just don't worry. They'll be fine. The dog's barking in the back. It sounds like your wife's taking care of it. Don't worry.
Okay.
We got several people watching. In fact,
Okay,
Chris,
yeah.
How about
You
you
find-
tell them where you can find us at?
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at w2mnet.com. W with number 2m, married.net.com. We're found there. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast, on Twitter at MTS Podcast, on Instagram MTS Podcast. We're also patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. You guys want to buy merch? You can go there, bonfire.com. Search Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Find shirts with our logo on it and some other stuff cool name. If you want to give us money, look in the top right corner of the screen. Give human money. We do this for free. We are poor. Please take us money. I'd like that to happen. I'd pay for our hosting and all that sort of thing.
Send us human money.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, go and subscribe. Watch on Facebook, go and like that page. And if you're wherever you're listening to us, go and subscribe because it'd be great help. And anywhere you find podcasts on movies that don't suck and some that do. Who are we talking about today, pal?
Today, we always like to motivate and we like to give out there and give shout outs to great local businesses in whatever area that you are in. Remember, if you had a friend or anything coming up that you want promoted on here, we will be more than happy to send it out to our thousands of listeners free of charge. Send us the info. Be more than happy to advertise for you. Just like I'm going to advertise the place I should be at right now, celebrating a guy's birthday, but instead I have to be here chained to my desk doing this. But the place I am going to right after I leave here is going to be Three Tequilas Mexican restaurant. Now, Three Tequilas has 3 locations in Tulsa area, one in Brookside, Forest Ridge, and in Edmond. Their family is honored to have you as a guest in their restaurant. They would like to thank you for the opportunity are giving to serve you. They hope that you experience. Now, Chris, the reason I am so little perturbed by this is, one, look how cool this place looks. It has a mariachi band. It looked like nice little sidewalk outside. This is one of some. But here, you know why? Because you know me, I'm all about getting my drink on.
Yeah.
And look at that. That is a bottle of champagne in a glass. Like, look at these drinks. Like 2 beers. And
did you share that with anyone, or is that all you?
Huh? No, I don't know. I've never been there, Chris.
Oh.
It would have been my first time tonight.
Well,
so hopefully we get
fun.
done soon enough. OU versus Texas, because Texas always loses in that. You can get a whole
Texas is better than Mexican food is, though. So I'm
Yeah,
sure this is
you can
great.
get a whole family of you can get a whole family's meal for less than $40. Their food is supposedly excellent. I'll probably try it later on tonight if Chris allows me to leave anytime soon. But Three Tequilas, again, you can find their location anywhere. There's 3 locations in Tulsa. You can find them at 3tequilas.com, or you can go to Facebook at Facebook.com/3tequilas.
Want to get to the movies?
That simple. Huh?
Wanna-
Dude, I want to get into some movies. I want to talk about these amazing movies that we've
Alright.
been wanting to talk about. So first,
let's
let's talk about the one that's going to make you happy, the one with your favorite man. Let's all look at him one more time. Yeah. Anyway, Infinity Pool.
Directed by Brandon Cronenberg, famed son of director, famed other Canadian director David Cronenberg, and just as weird, he made like Possessor, which is the one that brought him on the scene. But this one's Infinity Pool, written and directed by Brandon Cronenberg. This stars Alexander Skarsgård as James Foster.
Teenagers aren't that bad. In fact, once you're a teenager, you will only want to hang out with other teenagers.
This also stars Mia Goth as Gabby Bauer.
If I'm meant to live out the rest of my days with you and Daddy on this farm, then so be it.
Also, done just spectacular as Anna the Cleaning Woman. Adam Bonds as Ketch. Julia Lespert as Alban Bauer. Also, Cleopatra Coleman is in this one as M. Foster.
I'm sorry.
Thomas,
I was wearing a cat head.
What?
And also Tom Labian, Amanda Brugel, like a lot of good actors and actresses actually pop up in this movie.
All right, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one?
The storyline for this one is I was on it and then I accidentally just closed everything on accident. I want to know you were the only thing that was up. Like I accidentally hit the X button. Don't do that, folks. Not when you're on a computer and you're about to do stuff. All right. James and M. Foster are enjoying an all-inclusive beach vacation in the fictional island of La Toca when a fatal accident exposes the residents' perverse subculture of hedonistic tourism, reckless violence, and surreal horrors.
That's a way to describe it, I think. But
that's the only way you can kind of describe it without giving too much away. I mean, because I was trying to describe this to people, when after I watched it, and it was like literally I had no idea how to describe this movie to people. I was like, some shit happens.
Now when I wanted to, I know Neil, we didn't have a chance to watch it when we first were going to do it, but Neil finally got to watch it, and I told him it was really fucked up. And would you agree that's a fucked up movie?
Man, this movie is about as fucked up as it gets. All right, so it's like one of those movies. It's like Requiem for a Dream kind of movie or The Whale, where it's like, yeah, it's a great movie. Am I going to want to watch it again?
Yeah.
Will I get that same shock value that I did the first time I watched this? And by any means, I would actually, to be honest, this movie, 100%. If you're going to see Infinity Pool, you got to make sure that your strobe lights and stuff like that don't affect you, because you will go into seizures. Stuff will happen. 2, literally, the effects of this movie, it takes you on because it asks a question of reality and you trying to figure out what is real and what is not real. Is this whole thing just been a drug induced like hallucinant ride, or is this something else? Like it's really weird, but at the same time it also has this great subplot of telling you, hey, rich people can do things because they're rich.
Yeah, overarching theme of excess and wealth and things that privilege, right?
Right.
It's a movie that's it's like I could see this is definitely far from a comedy, but there's some things in here that are so outrageous that I kind of have like a diminished smile on my face at points. Uh, you know, it's definitely doesn't make you feel good, like in a way that like Forrest Gump would make you feel good. But
Right.
but it's a definitely it's a fucked up, perverse, demented, twisted movie, and I really like this movie. I really liked it.
Yeah, and I can totally understand why. One, all right, there are a few things in it that I wish they could have gone more into detail about, or they
Yeah,
could have
sure.
told a little bit more about the story. But again, this is even though he is the son of one of the most legendary here, I even got a fact on it. One of the most legendary like filmmakers
Directors.
of all time,
Yeah.
David Cronenberg, who made The Fly, Scanners, stuff like that. This is only his second movie.
Mhm.
And so there's a few aspects of it that you can tell he still has the rookie chops. He still, and I don't want to point him. I don't like pointing things out like that to a lot of
Mhm.
people, because if I point that out, then when people go watch the movie,
They'll be
that's what
looking
they're
for
going to
that sort of
see.
thing.
That's what we're going to look for that.
Yeah, it
And
is a bit of a mess. It's not as tight as it could be.
yes, it's
Yeah,
not as tight as it could be, and some of the illusions that happen, or some of the drug enhanced illusions, you don't know what's really real and what's really fake at some point.
but
So
but also like it has elements of body horror, like his dad, like so he obviously like someone told me this is Cronenberg's son. It makes complete sense. Uh, but can we talk about the acting real quick of both of Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth? How fucking crazy Mia Goth is in this movie? Jesus fuck, dude.
well, I mean, she's married to Shia LaBeouf, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, how crazy you got to be to deal with that dude on a daily basis? So, and to be honest, if you look at her repertoire of movies that she's done, it's literally
Mhm.
been based. I think people just like throwing blood on her and making her crazy, because like everything is pretty much a horror movie or
Yeah.
something really messed up. Ever since Necra, or the what's the not
Nymphomaniac.
a Nymphomaniac. Nymphomaniac was
Yeah.
the first movie, and
Yeah.
or I guess she has two others, but a music video and whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but this was just crazy. These people
Yeah.
just somebody was just like, here's the keys to whatever you want to do. You go and do it, bro. And he did.
Yeah.
But man, wow. The visuals are great in this.
Yeah.
The disturbing nature.
Cinematography.
This is a disturbing. Yeah, the cinematography is amazing. The Alex Skarsgård and Alexander Skarsgård and Mia playing off each other.
Oh my
They
god,
just hit it right out of them. And even let's not downplay Cleopatra either. Cleopatra played a great wife, counterpart to him going crazy in the middle of everything. And it just, the three of them, the whole reason to watch this movie is just see their appearances. Like even Mia Goth's character like takes a turn like
Dude,
halfway through this movie that's
wild,
completely
fucking wild.
yeah. Like all of a sudden she's like cute and innocent. And she's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden she's like, I will skin you alive. And it's just like, what did I just witness, dude? Like,
I can understand someone not liking this movie, but I can't. This is. It's hard to recommend people that don't watch movies like this. Like I
yeah,
know
like
you,
I'm definitely not going to recommend this to my mom and dad.
yeah, not
You know,
recommending,
like
not recommending
you
this to
know,
anyone's parents.
they're just be kind of like, oh, this must be from all those years of the drug abuse you did. It's like,
But this is a movie that, for me, like this was like I'm glad this exists for me to watch it.
definitely give it a watch. All right, let's get some quotes from it and let's give it our score.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see here. You said, wow. Maybe I was drunk when I wrote this. I don't know.
It's possible. I mean, it's entirely possible.
You you said you can't feed yourself with brain dead fever, correct? No one can cut a bun with a knife I need the bun chopper. No, okay.
Mhm.
What do you do for money? Oh, he married rich. Maybe a Theopatrick mugging will fix my back. I'm maybe a therapeutic mugging will fix my back. I'm sorry. I'm fattening you for dinner. When oil comes out of your eyes, I'm gonna fry you. It's so sick how you waddle like a robot. Are you upset? Maybe you can think of this as a gift. You don't have to be afraid. We are all zombies here. James, did you just witness your own demise? Oh, what are you kids up to? Oh, just playing chicken. Is this a dream? Because it would make more sense. When men are trained by women like her to see themselves as weak. Where do you think you're going, you little baby? Believe me when I say we are on a mission of mercy. That's it. That's all I
Alright.
got. Because I don't want to say anything else because there's too many lines. If you say them, you ruin stuff.
I'm glad that I'm very pleased with the preview of this one. Every preview for Shiver movie, she had this one was immersed in the preview and not knowing what the fuck it was about at all.
Mhm.
So, my score on this is a 4.2 probably. I really enjoyed this movie. It's not perfect, but there are things in this that I can't shake. Images in my head that will be there for a while, and it's a fucked up horror movie that it hit me all the right spots, and I can't wait to see what
Man.
Brandon Cronenberg does next.
I can't believe this. I can't really believe this. I can't believe you said 4.2, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4.5. I think this
nice.
is one of the best movies. If not, this might be on my top 5 of the
Oh,
movie
yeah?
one of the best movies I watched all year long.
Oh,
This
wow.
movie was like, I really love how characters become different characters by the end of the movie. I
Mhm.
love the visual craziness of it, where I literally had to rewind it and see, did I just see what I thought I saw? You know, like, because I bought this on online. But like literally, I'm glad I didn't see this in the theater, because if I saw this in the theater, there'd been no way I could have, taken in everything, because there are several scenes. I'm not lying. I rewound like several times, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
everyone Mia
so,
Goth
so
was
I
making
did
in?
see
Is
what
that
I
the one?
just thought I saw. I was like one of my favorite quotes I saw in reviews for the movie Infinity Pool was famous guy goes, at the beginning of the movie, there is a shocking scene where Alexander gets jerked off by Mia Goth, and that is the least most disturbing thing in this movie.
Real quick, he came really quick, didn't he?
Well, I mean, it was already
Mia-
out.
Mia Goth, okay.
Well, I mean, he was drunk too. Maybe he was like getting in the mood. Who knows? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
you're not gonna figure it out. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. Don't diss the Skarsgård.
Premature.
Don't ever diss the Skarsgård.
But, all right. So I'm glad you really liked it. I know. I'm glad I pushed for it and we get to see it. Anyway, this is gonna stick in my mind for a long time. Now, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Infinity Pool?
Oh, this is gonna be good, because it matters who went and seen it.
Yeah,
Is it gonna be people that like this kind of things? Is it gonna be people that don't like this kind of thing? Please give it a 78% at least.
The audience gave it 51%.
Oh my gosh!
There's audience says on this one. Infinity Pool is definitely a wild time, but when it's trying to be scared, provocative, it's often just confusing. Whatever. What's the critic score for Infinity Pool?
That's 72.
The certified fresh at 87%.
87.
Yeah.
Way to go. The critics got it right.
Critics' consensus is
for once.
Turbulent waters even for strong swimmers. Infinity Pool provides a visceral, all-inclusive retreat of Cronenbergian perversion for those wanting to escape commercial sundries. And this is this is like the way you said, this isn't for everyone. This is a fucked up movie. It's not like you and I. We are. I don't want to say we're veterans of fucked up movies, but we are kind of like this is our bag. So we found a lot to like
It's
about.
our bag,
Yeah,
baby.
this is yeah. I'm gonna try to keep away from using Austin Powers stuff in London, by the way. But yeah.
That's not what he said last night.
Oh yeah. Little cosplay, but yeah, Infinity Pool. You guys, it's on streaming right now. You guys can rent it. It's well worth whatever you pay for it, or if you didn't pay for it, like some people probably have.
Chris,
I paid for it. I saw it in theaters. So
everybody pay for it. Pay for your art.
Yeah, Brandon Kerwin definitely could use a few shekels for his next movie. All right, man. Are you good with news? Do we have news? I mean, it's been.
I actually rounded up some news, even though you made it very hard for me since we only recorded like 2 days ago.
It's good to see you again,
though. So let's get started. This is Movies That Don't Suck and Southern News. I'm gonna read a bunch of stuff to Chris. He better like it, because if he doesn't, then he should shut up, because he made me do this 3 days after we just did one episode.
I know you stepped. I appreciate the fact that you spent a lot of your weekend trying to get this stuff in. I know that you know.
It's okay, Chris. I didn't have a wrestling pay-per-view. I didn't have wrestling events to go to. I didn't have no work.
Okay.
But anyway, let's just get this one right out of the way, because I think Bill Maher said it best on Friday. And if you don't watch Bill Maher, and you don't believe in his political views, this has nothing to do politically. This is just a joke he made. In his segment called New Rules, he made it New Rules. Oscars don't need to be there. We don't need to have them. Just give every award to everything, everywhere, all at once.
He's right.
Don't even turn on.
Because
Chris, this past weekend, guess what we had?
Oh,
another award ceremony.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Independent Spirit Awards. And guess who won Best Feature?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Guess who won Best Director?
The Daniels did.
Guess who won Best Lead Performance in a Film?
Michelle Yeoh.
Guess who won Best Supporting Performance?
Ke Huy Quan.
Guess who had the breakthrough performance?
Was it Stephanie Sue?
Stephanie Sue. Guess who won Best Screenplay?
The Daniels.
Guess who won Best First Screenplay?
That wasn't the Daniels. They did Swiss Army Man. So give me a second. Who was it? Who won that one?
Emily the Criminal.
Okay, yeah, we got that one.
Good movie too.
Yeah.
Best cinematography was Tar.
Mm-hmm.
Best editing was
Everything Everywhere All at Once. I wish I knew that name.
Best international film was Joyland.
Mm-hmm.
The Truer Than Fiction award is I Didn't See You There by Reed Davenport. Producers award went to Tori Linsky. Best new scripted series went to.
Oh shit! I know this one.
Come on. The actors won every freaking award for this show.
Fuck, I was the show I watched, right?
Yeah, and we were really weirded out why it was called a comedy last week.
Fuck, dude. Oh yeah. The Bear.
The Bear.
Yeah,
best
great.
new scripted series. The Bear.
Love The Bear.
Best lead performance in a scripted series. Actually, it was Quintina Brunson and Abbott Elementary. A best supporting role was Ayo Edebiri in The Bear. And yeah, I mean,
the best documentary series, The Rehearsal, is great. By the way, I watched all The Rehearsal. It's you ever watch what was that show called? Anyway, it's the lead actor in it, the lead guy in it, is done stuff for Comedy Central. And he's great. So you have HBO Max, watch The Rehearsal. It's great.
Yeah. So the Independent Spirit Awards did this thing where it gave all the awards to Everything Everywhere All at Once. At this point, I'm thinking, is all the actors and actresses from the movie and writers just tired of going places?
I mean, it's. I would be fucking shocked if Everything Everywhere All at Once doesn't win an Oscar. I'd be kind of pissed, honestly. I'd
Hey,
be
do
kind
you
of
know the
pissed.
guy that wrote and directed Iron Man?
Wait, are you talking about Jonathan Favreau?
Right, that guy.
Yeah.
He said Disney will never release the original Star Wars films as they were shown in the theater. So if you're a Star Wars fan, that's not going to happen. He goes, and this is why. Do you think? And this is what he said in an interview. And believe me, after reading what he said, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Han shot first, by the way.
Huh?
Han shot first.
Exactly. Han shot first. We all know Han shot first. But does anybody care that Han shot first? That was the thing.
Some people do.
But do you think anybody, and this is what John said, do you think anybody but us that grew up who would care? That's what I figured out. The younger people have a whole different perspective of what Star Wars is than what we do. What, each generation, for the millennials, it's the prequels. For the younger people, sometimes it's the Clone Wars. It's not what 45-year-old men care about it. And I have to agree with him on that. As much as I always want the originals to be out there for whatever it is, man, he's got a great point. Way to go. Wind River, the next chapter, adds Jason Clarke, Scott Eastwood, and Jeff Spencer to the cast. Have joined Martin Sennmeisers in the cast. Wind River, the next chapter. Now, did we watch Wind River?
Oh fuck! I don't know who did Wind River, the original.
It's Tyler Sheridan's 2017 crime film Wind River, with Carrie Scoglon. I think that's the one with that I wanted us to see, and you told me to go to hell.
I never said that. I'm pretty sure I never said that.
Oh, it's the one with Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner.
Man, I don't. If we did see it, I don't remember it at all.
No, I don't think we were a thing then. I don't think we were a
Okay.
thing then.
Okay.
But they are making a sequel to that movie, so way to go. Hey,
Yeah.
hey everybody, do you like blue things that go water? Great. You get to see it soon. The digital
Avatar?
release of Avatar is coming out March 28th.
Who cares?
Which, I mean, again, if you see Avatar on TV and don't see
You
it in the
didn't-
theater,
yeah,
the
you didn't see
IMAX and the
Avatar.
3D, you don't see the same movie we saw.
Yeah.
Also, on top of the 3.5-hour movie, you now get 3 hours of bonus stuff. So
Ugh.
you can sit there for 7 hours almost and watch everything Avatar.
Yeah, watch James Cameron suck his own dick for 7 hours.
Whatever. Jake Gyllenhaal's jacked as F, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's jacked as fuck.
They just filmed a UFC scene using the backdrop from this past weekend's UFC pay-per-view that, I had to miss because I was watching movies. But Roadhouse will also feature former UFC champion Conor McGregor in it.
Wait, is this a
But
remake of
there's
Roadhouse?
Yeah, it's the Roadhouse.
Okay.
And it's that he was a UFC fighter, I think, in this, and that's for
I hope he rips out throats in this one too.
I hope he does too. You gotta see a throat ripped out, bro. Gotta see a throat ripped out. Just one. Eugene Levy says a new Christopher Guest mockumentary film is unlikely after TV has destroyed the format.
I mean,
Speaking with The Guardian, Levy said he doesn't think Guest will make another mockumentary after it's been destroyed by television. No, I don't think it will happen. Our last one was For Your Consideration back in 2006, our fake documentaries. Chris also hated the term mockumentary because we're not mocking it. It's more affectionate than that. But they were getting a little cookie cutter in terms of story. Everything was kind of the same except for we changed the subject matter. At a certain point, that becomes predictable, and nobody wants to do that.
You like those? I mean, this is Mount Tap story that created this genre,
I grew up in the wonderful state of Indiana. Great
Mhm.
place to visit. Well, don't live there. Literally, unless it's Indianapolis. Indianapolis is amazing. Anyway, um, and so we got a little TV show when I was a wee little lad called SCTV.
Second City TV. Yeah, that was.
And so I've known Eugene Levy
Mhm.
since I was 6,
Yeah,
7.
little-
I can't
little guy.
remember. Yeah, little guy. So anything Eugene Levy's in ever,
Mhm.
I watch. I mean,
Schitt's Creek, though.
even Schitt's Creek. I finished Schitt's Creek. I
Okay,
told you I watched
okay,
it.
great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And literally, not just that, like one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's so silly too. It is like one of the most silliest movies ever. John Ritter, Eugene Levy, and is Stay Tuned, where John Ritter gets a TV from hell.
I've never seen
And
this
he has,
movie. Yeah.
oh, dude, it's great. He's a couch potato that something happened, and now he's like a couch potato, and he has 666 channels that are sold to him by the devil, and all the shows are mocking shows, like it was like My Three Son of a Bitches, like I Love Lucifer, like like the shows are mocking Wayne's Underworld. Like, oh, it's great. It's great. It's mocking. It's John Ritter, Eugene Levy. If you haven't ever seen that, go see it. All right. Scarlett Johansson, Owen Wilson, Penelope Cruz, and Michael Fassbender are eyeing Nancy Meyers' next movie. Now, Nancy Meyers, she did What Women Want, The Intern, Something's Gotta Give, is assembling an A-list cast for her next movie. According to reports, all of those people are in it, and the project Einstein is referred to as Paris Paramount. So nobody knows exactly. The plot shares. It says it shares similarities, but no one's really giving all the details about it. And to be honest, I don't want to hear all the details about it, because that's if you put Scarlett Johansson, Owen Wilson, and Penelope Cruz, and Michael Fassbender all in a freaking movie.
Yeah,
we're watching.
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah, obviously, yeah.
I mean, there's not like we're not gonna watch that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Glass Onion. They didn't have to tell me it was a sequel to Knives Out. I mean, you told me that cast. I'm already there.
Yeah, but you said you're like I'm 75% of the way there. Wait.
So everybody knows Escape from New York, the new Escape from New York by Radio Silence, is going to be what they are calling now the requel.
Yeah.
It's not a sequel. It's not a before. It's what basically Scream, the last movie, is the one that came up with Scream 5 came up with this terminology. It's like you can't just reboot a franchise from scratch anymore, but you can't just do a straight sequel either. You got to build something new, and it's got to be part of an ongoing storyline.
I gotta be honest, weren't a big fan of Scream 5. You and I weren't a big fan of that.
Yeah, I can't wait for Scream 6. It's gonna be amazing. Arrowverse co-creator says the new DC bosses haven't talked to any of them.
Really interesting. James,
you have like 5, 7. I don't know how many TV shows they did. How many TV shows? What they had? They had Flash, Arrow, Superman and Lois, Black Lightning, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. You have Constantine, Swamp Thing, and you just don't go talk to those people.
James Gunn's going a different way. So
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, you got so many. You have a pool of talent that's been doing it for years. Just make it look different, bro.
Okay.
Remember that guy named Chris Rock? He was hosting the Oscars last year.
Yeah, I actually watched his special this weekend.
Nice.
It's very
so
funny.
You already know Chris Rock blames Jada Pinkett Smith for the Oscars slap.
He does.
He made it very simple. Will Smith practices selective outrage. Everybody who really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I don't have any entanglements. His wife was fucking her son's friend. I normally would not talk about this shit. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. We've all been cheated on. Everybody in here's been cheated on.
Yeah.
None of us ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. She hurt him more than he hurt me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my best Chris Rock. I know
Yeah.
it's the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so go watch that special. It's on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet because
It's hilarious.
I had to work
It's
on a
hilarious.
podcast all
I
week.
laugh so much.
Anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, the animated series, which one, if you haven't seen the trailer, looks kind of like the comic book, but it's colorized. It's pretty good. I like the thing. So here is the cast. Are you ready?
Yeah.
John Cena
Is
will be
he
playing Bebop?
Okay,
and,
nice.
And Rocksteady. Oh, and Rogan, Seth
Okay.
Rogen. Rose Pran is Leatherhead. Giancarlo Giancarlo
Esposito.
Yeah, thank you.
Best
Is
friend.
Baxter Stockman. Ice Cube is Superfly. Jackie Chan is Splinter. Hannibal Buress is Genghis Frog. Ao Adibara is April O'Neil. Paul Rudd is Mondo Gecko. Maya Raphael is sorry about Belch. Cynthia Utrim. And yeah. So
Did that the Turtles voices yet?
oh shoot, yes, Turtles. Mika Abbey, Shamon Brown Jr., Nicholas Canty, and Brandy Noon will be playing the heroes.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, hell, versus.
Yeah, I
that,
mean,
okay,
we're gonna
okay.
see it. We're gonna
Yeah.
review it. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about.
Yeah, fuck all you
Because
guys for doing it.
No. I'm just telling you. I'm a guy. I got some lands.
Dude.
Pikachu. Pikachu.
Mhm.
Pikachu. Pokemon Detective Pikachu 2 has got its director.
Who's the director?
Portlandia's co-creator Jonathan Crisell is going
Okay.
to be directing the live-action sequel
Okay. All right.
to the 2019. So hey, whatever. Medusa. You know Medusa, right? Lady with all the stakes.
Yeah,
from
yeah. If
Greek
you look at her
Roman
snakes, she
mythology.
becomes to stone. Yeah.
Yes. Medusa, the mythological.
Mythological.
Let me speak English. Blah, 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 blah. The mythology character will save the world in Amazon Studios film. Amazon Studios has hired Nicole Castle to direct a film based on the character Medusa. Nicole Perlman wrote the script. Now, so basically what they're saying is that Medusa is going to be a big part of Prime Video going forward.
We is a big fan of Medusa, like the character herself. So I think she'll be interesting.
I mean, she was one of my favorite moments in pro wrestling. Definitely. Her name was Alexander Blades, and she got bought by WCW during the Monday Night Wars back in the 90s, and she dropped the women's title from WWF into a trash can.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it got her blackballed from not just WWF but everywhere after her contract was up.
Jesus Christ!
Nicolas Cage has the most Nicolas Cage reaction to joining the MCU. I don't need to be in the MCU. I'm Nicolas Cage. Because everybody's asking, are you going to be in the MCU? And he just makes it very, very clear. I don't need to be. I'm Nicolas Cage. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Nicolas Cage's Longlegs adds Alicia Witt and Blair Underwood to the upcoming movie. Now, the film also stars Makia Monroe, who, in addition to the film, was announced last month. Exceptions will be high for the film. Details are being kept largely under wraps. Longlegs will follow the story of a new FBI agent as she works on the case of an elusive serial killer who's going to be played by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Our favorite movie of the year so far just made $52 million this past weekend.
Wait, is it your favorite? Wait, hold on. What movie is it?
It's our favorite movie. It's both our favorite movies from this year.
It can't be Ant-Man.
No, it's Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine.
Did it again.
Was it number 3?
Cocaine.
Because I think that
No, I don't know. It's number 1 for the weekend.
I thought Creed 3 was. Whatever.
Anyway, so over 150,000 people were asked the question, who is the GOAT Batman?
And what did people say?
Who won? Who won?
Did Keaton win?
Keaton wins all the time because nobody's good as Keaton. Nobody.
I mean, what was second place? Did you have the
I'm not going to talk about what's second place. Anyway,
Christian Bale?
I know, right? He sucks. Anyway, there's a new movie coming out called Stealing Pulp Fiction, which it reveals it's a movie about people stealing a copy of Pulp Fiction back in 1994.
I'll watch that movie
all day long.
Yeah.
Based on a short film by Danny Turwix made during the pandemic, the new heist comedy stars a group of thieves who seek to steal the original copy of the 94 film, which is in possession of the director himself, surely in place, not very easy to access to. So,
hopefully they
de-age him. Hopefully they de-age him though, man. Because have you seen Quentin Tarantino lately? He does not look like Quentin Tarantino.
They should just have fucking like Paul Rudd do him or someone else who's younger. They could convincingly play Quentin Tarantino.
There is a new short out there about the rivalry between Jack Nicholson and John Belushi called The Cowboy and the Samurai. It is out there on YouTube for you to watch. The synopsis reads, in 1978, world-renowned movie actor Jack Nicholson made his feature directorial debut, a Western called Going South. Against the advice of producers, he cast up-and-coming comedian John Belushi. Both John and Jack are known as Hollywood's biggest bad boys, and both are about to meet their match.
Shit, I'll watch that.
Poltergeist is getting rebooted for Prime as well because, hey, we need more reboots.
I like the first one just fine.
Yeah. Stop with the reboots. Stop it. And
this is like the third time it's been rebooted, right? Like third time they've redone Poltergeist.
I think it's 152 times.
Okay.
And last but not least, Sydney Sweeney is rumored to be playing Spider-Woman in Sony's upcoming movie, Madam Web. So she'll be the first girl to play Spider-Woman on the big screen.
Well, Sydney Sweeney's got me
There's
her
also
web,
been
so.
rumors that Adam Scott. There's also rumored that Adam Scott and Emma Roberts will be playing younger versions of Ben and Mark Parker, the Uncle Ben and Aunt May to Peter Parker. Elizabeth Merce is going to be in this movie. Who is all in this movie? I know there's a lot of people already in this damn movie. There's like 105 people. Dakota Johnson's in it. I can't remember everybody, and I don't want to look them all. But that's the news. Let's get to the last movie of the night. That was The Movies Don't Suck and some of the news. Now we're going to talk about the number one movie at the box office this past weekend, Creed 3.
Creed 3, directed, I think the first directorial debut by Michael B. Jordan. You guys know him. He's an actor. This is his first directing role. Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Huh? Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, not the basketball player, but the actor. He plays Adonis Creed.
So when Mickey died, he came and talked to you, right?
Also, this stars Tessa Thompson as Bianca Creed.
It was so strange hearing Shepard's voice in the mouth of that creature last night.
Also, Jonathan Majors as Damian Anderson.
You're an Avenger.
That's good. And then also this also stars Felicia Rashad as Mary Ann Creed.
Oh, serve him! As in serve your man?
Well, yeah.
Let me tell you something, Elvis.
This also stars Wood Harris as Tony Burton, Mila Davis Kent as Amara Creed, Jose Benavidez as Felix Chavez, Selena Villavia as Laura Chavez, Florian Montanu as Victor Drago. You guys know him from the last movie. And this also, as said, Shane Mixon as young Adonis, Simpson Moore as as the young Damien. And why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for Creed 3?
Is there a storyline?
There is. It's a long
one. Let's see if I can do it in my boxing voice.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, after dominating the boxing world, Adonis Creed has been thriving in both his career and family life. When childhood friend and former boxing prodigy Damien resurfaced after serving a long sentence in prison, he's eager to prove that he deserves his shot in the ring. They face off between former friends is more than just a fight. To settle the score, Adonis must put his future on the line to battle Damien, a fighter who has nothing to lose.
So this is the first Creed without Sly. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone's not in this one. Yes. Yeah, you're not in it. Pal.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
He didn't want to do it.
You didn't want to do it. He's like,
No,
you
no.
know, the Rocky story is kind of done, man. I did it. It's done. We're not doing that no more. We're doing
Guys, I can't believe that we have Sylvester Stallone on the podcast right now.
you know, I'm the Tulsa King, man. Yeah.
So apparently, he didn't want to do it because the director, the producer involved, whatever. But
whoever knows, that's their story. Don't care. We're here about what came out, the finished product,
and it's a good finished product. This is a good movie,
dude. I'm gonna say this. Michael B did some the way he did visuals in the boxing matches
really interesting,
was
really
a
good.
little bit different. Like when there's this one where he figures out where to punch the guy and you see
that
it
was cool.
slightly at first, you see it only like half slightly at first, and then the more he recognizes it, you notice that the more you see it.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, dude. Or literally there's scenes where like one guy's punched in the stomach and you see like the drips of sweat like go like a wave down his back. The visuals of this, I don't know if it's Michael B's idea or the cinematographer's idea, but kudos to the cinematography of this.
I really like the directing of this movie. Michael B. Jordan's first movie, that's pretty fucking impressive. He's a man of many talents.
Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't know what to think. I was gonna be like, oh, this is just gonna be, you know,
this is a solid fucking movie.
It's as solid as a boxing movie as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And the thing is, let's talk about this as well. Jonathan Majors.
Dude,
oh my gosh. You love him in one scene, the next scene you absolutely hate him. It was like just a turn.
I thought he was more menacing in this than he was as Kang, honestly. Like
yes, and nothing against, you know, because we're gonna see Kang for a while, so I'm guessing he's gonna bring back some more menacing, and by any means, we don't know what version of Kang he's bringing.
I thought that the menacing in the movie when he got to be menacing, he was more menacing than Kang was, and I was like, oh, okay. So like, but he is. I can't wait to see him anymore. Like he was in two. Like it's really cool that he's stayed the public consciousness for so long, because I think Jonathan Majors is going to be a superstar, like 100%.
I think he's already there.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure he got paid a couple $1 million for all the movies he's been doing. He's got an MCU contract that is, you know, kind of makes him good for a while. But Jonathan Majors in this movie, I mean, nothing against Michael B. Jordan or any of the rest of this cast, but if Jonathan Majors isn't the bad guy here, this movie doesn't work.
Yeah.
This movie needed a guy that 1 second you think he loves you. You think he's absolutely the best. But then when he turns to be ugly, man, it gets ugly.
Yeah.
And he gets to the point where you're like, man, I kind of want to smack the dude. I want to like I want to
this has has all the best boxing moments you want to see in a movie. But like every boxing movie kind of ends the same. Like all the good, like all the ones you remember at least. You know, but I did like the fact that that I did like I mean, this may have been the last one, but Tessa Thompson is a mother she's a musician, the mother of a deaf child. I really like that. That was really sweet.
Well,
to
I
have
mean, you
that.
find that out in the second movie.
Yeah.
When they have the baby, which I'm pretty sure you watched.
Yeah, I did. It's been a while, man.
Like I did this weekend while I was preparing for
Oh yeah.
podcast.
Oh, you watched the second one again?
I watched all of them.
Oh, yeah, they're on HBO Max. Yeah.
No, I watched all of
Wait,
them.
you watched all Rocky movies too?
1,
Damn.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rocky Balboa, Creed 1, Creed 2, and Creed 3.
Damn, dude, you went all out for preparation for this one.
Well, to be honest too, Rocky is one of my favorite. I mean, the original Rocky is one of my favorites of all time.
I knew that. I knew that. I think I knew that.
Rocky 3 just pisses me off every time I watch it, though.
Oh yeah. Why is
Yeah,
that?
because they made Hulk Hogan a bad guy,
And
and they made
he's
Mr. T a bad guy. We're both good guys that were the good guys at WrestleMania 1. Like they were the good guys.
So they're heroes.
I
in
know,
this
I
one.
know, I know. This was before Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan, or if he was Hulk Hogan, it's when he got fired. The WWF fired him for making that movie.
Oh, okay. Oh,
The original Vince McMahon Sr.
Is that when he became Hollywood Hogan when he came back? Because he would do that.
No,
movie?
he didn't become
Oh,
Hollywood Hogan until 94 or 95.
okay. Oh,
Maybe 96. I can't remember. I think 96. But anyway, yeah, literally not anyway. But let's talk about Creed. Let's talk about these guys instead of the older movies. But again, gave a good little kick on it because none of the other Rocky movies was about a guy growing up with a friend
yeah.
that like then the two friends are fighting.
Mhm.
And the way now there's parts in this movie that after
There are
going-
parts
and-
that are a little bit corny. Little parts that I
yeah,
have to,
I know, but they kind of hit you right in the
Oh yeah, yeah.
kick your
You,
stomach.
you might
Like
shed a tear too.
there's a certain part that's in between Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. I'm not going to say the part, but that part was actually supposed to be part of Creed 2 with that boxer and Draco, and that's why they were going to be more buddies like they are in Creed 3. But that didn't happen because the director of that film was like, no, I don't think that this movie needs that.
When Michael B. Jordan was director of this one, so fuck you, he gets it.
Yeah, he's like, I can do what I want. I can
Yeah.
do what I want.
Yeah.
And again, the fighting scenes were a little bit different than we've seen in most of the boxing movies. There's actually this one epic scene that I'm not going to say who it's between, but there's this one epic where it seems like the entire audience just disappears and it's just two people fighting it out and you're seeing it go hit for hit and stuff like that, which I think was better than what they did in previous Rocky movies and stuff where it's like, they're fighting and then all of a sudden it's like round 12 or 10 or whatever. And you're just like,
What happened?
what happened to the other 5 rounds? What I missed there?
Yeah.
And I think they did it here. They did it. They had a great interpretation of, putting that out there.
I really enjoyed my time watching this movie. I had to pee like for like half of it, but I didn't want to get up and miss the frame of the film. So yeah, because I hadn't drink. I downed like a drink. Like I hadn't drinking it all day, so I just downed my drink there. I'm like, well, fuck, I gotta pee. But I'm not missing anything of it. So I'm like, there are no post credit scenes, so I'm happy there.
You can run. You can run.
Yeah.
I mean, the post credit scene was awesome, though.
Oh man, I missed it. Michael B. Jordan, though, he's great. He's great in this.
Yeah, I think he's
Tessa
doing
Thompson's
good on his
great.
first outing. Let's get some quotes and send this one home.
All right.
All right. Let's see what quotes did I write down. in a dark theater. Oh, by the way, I was the only person in the theater because it was like I watched this yesterday at 2:00 in the afternoon
Okay,
on a
well,
Monday.
I saw it Sunday and it was fucking packed.
Yeah, like nobody else was in the theater. It was just me and IMAX by myself. Well, I had
That's
a
kind
great
of
time.
cool. Yeah.
It is very cool,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
because I even got the seats that were lower down, so
Oh
like
yeah.
the movie like just engulfed me,
Oh,
you know?
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really cool. Um, he's going to be the first person to knock you out. You'll be right there with me. Someone needs to carry my bags. Just like you, Chris. If I ever become a superstar, you'll be there right with me, man. Someone needs to carry my bags.
We're walking out the airplane. Dude, you're carrying your own fucking bag.
I get rich. You won't be saying that for the money I'll pay you to get.
Pay me if you pay me enough, I'll do anything. So,
We have a new undisputed heavyweight champion, and his name is Adonis Creed. I have only 15 minutes. How about 12? 12 will do. Yeah?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
fellas. Brown chicken, brown cat. Anyway, you know what I remember? You knocking my ass out.
Mhm.
You know, you just need to ask your mama to move in with us so I can have my own personal braider in the house. Man, you need to tell that old man to get out of here. This ain't no YMCA.
Yeah, that was funny.
Wait a minute. You never bought me flowers. I left boxing, so boxing wouldn't leave me. That's a good one.
Yeah.
If Apollo Creed can take some chance on an underdog, why can't you? Look at him over there getting his Don King on, minus the hair. Yeah, thank God for that. Damien is not a boxer. He wants to fight the world.
Mm-hmm.
He sends him to the... I have no idea. That's it. You made him think I abandoned him, and I didn't. You need to run away now. Run away, little baby Creed. No kid deserves to get beat on like we did. See that, man? You have to see past it. Block it out. The past, the future. Remember, one step, one punch, one round at a time. You're out there boxing. I need you to go out there and fight. Guess you did learn a few moves without me. And that's it. Boom.
All right.
Bottom line.
What's your score in this?
4.2, man. I love this one. This was a good, solid entry into the box. If this is the last Creed movie, man, Jonathan Majors, this is easily one of the. This is like Rocky, man. If I see it on the TV and I'm going through the channels, like you know how us old timers used to surf channels.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Instead of like, hey, what do you want to watch now? Because now it's, what do you want to watch? And then you go looking for something to watch. Back then, we just went through the channels and you'd stumble on 70 Show or Family Guy or whatever. But anyway, but seriously, this is a movie that if it's on somewhere, I'm not too upset about it. I mean, I'm going to rewatch this as soon as it comes back out. I'm going to watch them all in a row. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. My score on this is probably 4. It's good. It's definitely it's a good Creed 3. It's a good sequel. Again, all boxing movies kind of in the same, but it's hard not to feel the euphoria at the end. You want to pump your fist in the air at the end of it. I think some people fucking cheered when I saw it. So Creed 3, man, good movie, really good, and it goes down smooth, I would say.
Yeah. It goes down smooth. And I mean, like literally at this point now, Michael B. Jordan owns that. He owns it. So
I can recommend this. I can recommend this to everyone, unlike Infinity Pool. So yeah.
Infinity Pool is not the movie for the adults, for the kiddos. Don't do that.
All right. So
all right.
I'm on Rotten Tomatoes. What's the end score for Creed 3?
83.
96%.
Damn.
I told you. I told you that the higher you get the end of this thing, it sticks with you. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So now, what is the critic score for Creed 3?
91.
87%. Not too far.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. Critics' consensus is stepping out for Rocky Balboa's iconic shadow at last. The Creed franchise has reasserts its champion status thanks to star Michael B. Jordan's punchy direction and a nuanced heel turn by Jonathan Majors. Good acting, good movie, good sequel. I don't know if we'll see Creed 4, but it's the end. I'm happy with it. You know?
I agree. Good movie, guys. Both movies great this week. So here's a sad story. There's no episode next week because Chris is a bitch and he can't record, I guess, while he's in Europe, I guess. He can't take equipment with you.
It's gonna be London, Dublin, which is in Ireland, not UK, and Edinburgh, which is in Scotland, which is in UK. So, but yeah, in that area of the world.
But anyway, definitely he could not mail his microphone over to the hotel he's staying at and then mail it back after we record.
I don't have time to watch two other movies.
Mean, I guess.
I can't watch Scream.
You have no time.
Yeah.
But we will be back. The next episode will be 2 movies at the theater. We're going to be doing Scream 6, and we're going to be doing Shazam. So it'll be the S's.
Yeah. It'll be
The S episode.
the week after that, dude, is fucking John Wick, and then there's another after that. I forget what it is, but I know I want to see
Operation whatever is at the
yeah.
theater this week, and I'd be all over if we didn't have.
You can still see it, you know.
I don't have that much time in my life.
Okay.
I just go.
Okay. All right, man. Well, are you good?
I'm good. Let's get out of here.
You can find us on movies.net. We're at w2mnet.com. Visit their visit their websites, subscribe their podcasts, or just really cool ones over there. You guys can find us on Twitter, MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram, MTS Pod, and we're also on the Patreon cost us movies on stuff. If you guys want to buy shirts like the ones Neil is wearing right now, go to bonfire.com, search movies don't suck and something to do. If you're watching YouTube, you can subscribe and watch on Facebook, go like that page. If you're listening to us on whatever app, subscribe. So every time new episode comes out, it's there waiting for you. And then where you find podcasts and movies that don't suck and some that do. What do we do for small businesses?
You got a small business, send us hits up. Let us know. Send us information. We'd be more than happy to promote your business out there to our thousands of listeners or millions of followers. Just let us know. We'll be doing it for free.
Yeah. All right, man. Sorry.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
Remember, guys, sometimes when you're just sitting there floating in your infinity pool of wisdom, remember, Creed can knock you the fuck out. Have a good night. Hey, thank you everybody that's been watching us this entire time in and out. I've seen a lot of people today. That's awesome. I guess people are more bored at home on Tuesdays than they are on a Thursday. But thank you guys all for watching. We're getting out of here.
You're telling us Nathan for you. Thanks, man.
Huh? What?
Nathan for You is the movie the show's talking about when they came to rehearsal. Nathan for You is the show. Nathan Fielder, the show called Nathan for You. Do you remember that from Comedy Central?
Oh yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the.
But
did the
anyway,
rehearsal. It's
I
great.
gotta go. Thank you guys. Have a good night.